My name is Mrs. Tayo, and I've been teaching living environment here at Watertown High School for, this is my 5th year. And the course living environment focuses on things that are alive. So that's what makes it different from the other sciences. We start by learning about chemicals, we learn scientific inquiry first, and then we start to learn about chemicals. Like in biochemistry, we learn about proteins and different molecules that our body makes. Then we build it up to the cell, and then we learn about different organisms that are made of cells, because all organisms are made of cells. And then by the end, we're learning about not only those organisms, but how they interact with each other, and how they've evolved, and evolution and ecology. So that's what's coming in this course. And I want to take this opportunity. I'm making this for the open house, so it's kind of like an overview of the course. But I also wanted to talk about the Google Voice number that I have. I just got it last week. So the Google Voice number is, and you don't have to write it down because it's in the Google Classroom up at the top. It is 315-775-8732, and I've told students to put it in their phone and label it as living environment. There's a couple of different reasons why I really find this having this Google Voice number advantageous. First of all, comments on assignments. Unless I look through every single student and every single class and every single assignment, they're really hard to find. And I don't have the time to every day or multiple times a day look through every single student, every single assignment, and every single classroom. So what we do instead is we have the Google Voice number. And there are a couple of different reasons you would use it, a student. Number one, you would use it for help on schoolwork. And this is after viewing supportive materials, because I post supportive materials with all of my assignments. So if you need help on a homework assignment, make sure that you've watched the video where I explain how to do the homework before you ask for extra help. And if you are asking for help on a specific assignment, then make sure that you take screenshots. Take a screenshot, send it with your question, and that really helps me pinpoint what it is that you need help with. CASA Learning. So CASALearning.com is going to be used for all assessments for living environment. The first quiz I had the students do on Google Classroom, but from now on they're all going to be on CASA Learning. So that's actually a separate site than Google Classroom. What I do is I put a blank assignment in Google Classroom that says, hey, make sure this week you go to CASA Learning and complete the assignment, blah, blah, blah. And then they just go and complete the assignment, come back to Google Classroom and mark it as done. And they're really marking it as done more for themselves to remember, like, oh yeah, I did that CASA Learning assignment. Because I do go to CASA Learning, and then I get the grades from there. If the student is ever having trouble logging into CASA Learning, that is one thing that you can use Google Voice for, because I have access to usernames and passwords. Well, I can reset passwords. So if you know your username but you forgot your password, I can just reset it. If you don't know your username, I can tell you what your username is and help you set that up. And it's all with just a text to that number. Now, I do have a husband and 2 kids, so it might take me a while if I'm at home to be able to answer, but it's a lot faster than making a comment in a classroom. Late work. So if you are submitting something late, what you do, say you have 3 assignments that are late. I keep switching between the student and you. If the student has 3 assignments that they are submitting late, so past when they are due on a Google Classroom, then what they would do is complete those 3 assignments, submit them, and then send a text to the Google Voice number with their name and the assignments they completed. And that way, I'm able to make sure that I go back and put it in the classroom where it's supposed to be. Also, any quiz or test that you miss on CASA Learning, that needs to be opened up again. So especially for that one, you'll have to send a message and say, hey, I missed the quiz or I missed the test on such and such whatever, and then I'll open it up for you, and you can, the student, you can take it then. All right. As far as tests go, students can retake tests, but it is something that they have to schedule with me, and if they score lower the second time, then they keep that grade. So that's the only catch with retaking assessments, is that you have to make sure you study in between, and if you don't study in between, then you probably shouldn't be retaking the test yet. All right, so that's about it for me. If you have any questions at all about this class, then you can message as a parent through Parent Square or as a student through Google Voice. Thank you.